Setting up. Oh, I forgot my okay.
You're what?
Okay. We're up. We're live. Woo! We got the mic.
Woo!
Oh, and finally.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are definitely in the Christmas spirit today.
That's what it is. Gotta make sure my beard is straight. Oh, 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 oh.
Well, it almost ruined it. The whole re-signing on to Zoom and all that. Like, it wouldn't allow me to use my password. Then I had to sign on with my Google
It was
account.
hilarious. He's like cursing and he's dressed like an elf. He's like, oh, I'm just
I suppose all elves are all cursy and whatnot. I had to sit around
It's a stressful
old
job.
man's, slave encampment in the middle of the fucking tundra. I'd be fucking all cursy too.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting paid very well. So how are things? What's going on? Anything?
Well, I was just arguing with an anti-Semite on Instagram, so that was
Speaking of
fun.
holiday, speaking of holiday
That's fun.
spirit.
Ironically, it was on a post making fun of like the whole Jesus is Palestinian thing.
Oh no.
It was like a sketch, making fun of that. And they came on there with their bullshit. It was funny. It's amazing how stupid they make themselves look. Anyways, before that though, I was gathering news from the week.
Mhm.
And there is plenty of Philly news.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And there's also a narrowly averted government shutdown.
Yeah.
Once again, almost caused by Donald Trump
Yeah.
once again.
Mhm.
So that was fun.
Hardly.
Huh?
I said hardly. Like, I mean, who's surprised at that? I mean, that's like the easiest thing. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming too. Though I didn't necessarily see that Elon Musk would have been like the driver of it because he's not in any elected position, nor has he ever been.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you expect when he bought the election? I mean,
This is true.
it was it's ridiculous. This is stupid. So, I mean, it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get dumber. I don't even there's no such thing as voting these people out. I mean, just get ready for the clown show. That's why we are in costume to celebrate.
Well, that is why I'm making fun of it.
Yeah, well, you're still following it.
Well, because that's
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to.
yeah.
Somebody has to. But it's all fake. I guess all the news is fake. This hat's hot. I don't know how Santa does it.
Not all the news is fake, and not all the news is terrible, though mostly it is.
Yeah.
So
Mostly.
some good news. Do you have anything?
The U.S. Department of Education ruled that uh the city of Philadelphia, like the school district,
Mhm.
in fact did um mishandle like reports of anti-Semitism within the school
Hmm.
by ignoring it, and like it also pointed out like where um or not council members, uh oh, that's better. I like that better. Board members had like made anti-Semitic uh like social media posts and whatnot, and like how they ignored like kids doing Nazi salutes and like all that sorts of stuff, so it it's good that the Department of Education is doing its job in calling out the district on this.
Right.
For my kid anyways.
As long as there's still a Department of Education, it's nice to see that they're trying.
Yes. For the time
Yeah,
being
need for that.
until Trump,
So they're
does
fired.
away
So
with
they're all fired on his day one of fascism or day six
yes,
of fascism or whatever day of fascism.
yes. So
Uh,
for like
On the third day of fascism, my
so
mega
for like the 10 minutes that we have between now and you know
right on,
you know
right on.
um on the shittier side of things, another person died in Philly prisons. That's the fifth or sixth person that I can think of off the top of my head
That's
since
terrible.
Thanksgiving.
That's terrible.
Wow.
Who was it? What happened?
And I mean, the person obviously wasn't a great person. They were accused. It was a California guy accused of murder. Um, and he committed suicide.
Mhm.
Sucks, but even the most shitty life, has value.
True, yeah. Didn't
And
they bust some people for trafficking things into the prison?
yes, recently, yes.
Yeah, or put them on.
Several,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I haven't read their indictment, but I do know that several guards were, well, corrections officers were arrested for smuggling contraband into the prison. Likely and I'm just speaking off the cuff, like from previous knowledge, likely it was cell phones, because that's probably it's one of the most common things smuggled into corrections facilities other than drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, the drugs caught my eye too.
Both of those things are fairly common, like not people being arrested for it or being caught for it, but it's very, very common for those things to be smuggled in. So that's one thing. Um, let's see what else. City council. Oh, on the positive side of things,
Okay.
city council approved a new oversight for the prison.
Oh, that's good.
That hopefully I haven't read the bill on it yet, because I just saw the article this morning. It kind of got snuck in when they were doing their fuckery with Chinatown
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on the same day, so it kind of slipped by me until today. Um, but hopefully this new oversight board will have some goddamn teeth and be able to make actual changes, since the prison itself can't seem to do it, like the prison system itself can't seem to do it. It's been what, like 3-4 years now since they were ordered to, like, make changes and like improve the situation, and they haven't done fuck all,
Mm.
you know so, and that's with like a monitor like standing over them being like, hey, do something, fuckers.
Mhm. So where are the teeth on that, I wonder? Or can anything be done? I mean, it's a court order, right?
What well, for the that was they were actually fined like $25 million recently by the
Hmm.
court, um over that. Though, it's one of those things that, like, yeah, they were fined this, but that comes from us, not like the people actually
Oh, right. Yeah. Jesus.
responsible.
That's
You know what I mean? That comes from taxpayers, not the people in charge. Like, it would be more meaningful, I think,
right.
if it came from like the people, like if the commissioner had to pay $25 million,
Hmm.
that would be more impactful
Hmm.
than
Yeah.
fucking the taxpayers, having to do that.
Amazing. Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
so this week, the city council also did all the final approval for the 76ers place
Mhm.
in downtown, which, is exactly what I said it was gonna happen like a year ago.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, like, why anybody is surprised. Like, city count. Don't look at me. Don't look down there.
Oh,
Mm.
Don't look up my skirt.
Eh.
My eyes are up here.
I'm wondering, you're only getting my webcam microphone. We're not getting my super microphone. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I would just notice that there's an extra plug going on into our USB port there. So I was checking out the USB port. Looking
Oh,
good.
is that what they're calling it these
Yeah.
Ooh.
Checking out your was it the
My
don
USB cord?
your dongle.
Your dongle.
Checking out your dongle.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, sorry, please continue. I was listening. I was just looking.
But yeah, I told people, I told everybody who would fucking listen to me, last year and into the previous year, like the past 2 years, for like the past 2 years, like this is fucking rigged. It's fucking rigged. They've all sold out. God damn it. You know, and nobody fucking listened. And they voted these people in that like what the fuck?
That's amazing. And they only bumped it up to $60 million. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. And they're just, it doesn't seem to be clear who's getting the money, but Chinatown, I think I saw somewhere, was requesting, they were hoping to get something over 100 million.
That's what they wanted in like as part of the negotiation, but like city council had already decided like it was going to happen.
Yep.
Like there's no you don't have any leverage at that point.
Yeah.
The only leverage that you have is to like make fucking life utterly miserable for, city council and like, the people trying to do the building.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, like the billionaires aren't going to give a shit,
Oh,
They're
not gonna even notice.
No, they're not.
It has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they wouldn't even notice if they paid 100 million.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like, you have it,
They-
you're,
Because what's 100 million to a billion,
Right?
billionaire?
Right?
yeah, I don't understand. It's like, that's nothing. That's chump change for those guys.
It's crazy. All right, what are you doing?
One of the things I found fascinating in like my media scrolls though was somehow the people that were arrested the other day, in city council on the bus, on the prison bus, had cell phones on there and they were like video recording themselves. So that was pretty interesting.
I didn't realize people were arrested at City Hall.
Oh yeah, that like a bunch of people.
Wow.
Busloads.
Yeah, they were right. They had to be dragged out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to watch. It was pretty amazing to watch.
But ineffective. But inconsequential.
Inconsequential. But I'm proud of them. Like they're standing up for, themselves, and I appreciate that.
Agree.
Mhm.
Agree.
If only Philly had spent less time worrying about hating Jews and a war, I don't know, thousands upon thousand miles away in a country the size of New Jersey.
Weird, right?
And more attention on this,
Yeah.
maybe we'd be in a different place.
Right? We'd be able to be unified. Maybe we could have unified. Maybe we could have done something together. But instead, we allowed ourselves to be fractioned by probably outside forces.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In addition to that, because of the the attention pulled away from local issues and things that impact Philadelphians, Parker has been able to get around with fucking around and doing the same bullshit but on steroids in Kensington, leaving the area worse for wear.
Right. But if you ask people, I bet they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some good stuff going on," because
and that would actually be kind of true.
Right.
Like gun violence in the area has gone down, but it's gone down across the city for the most part.
Across the country.
across the country. Yes. So that's not really the flex, you Parker wants you to think it is.
Right. It's not the proof that she's trying
Yeah.
to.
The reality is like between 2023 and 2024 and 2022 and 2021, going all the way fucking back, the encampments that they're so hell-bent on getting rid of in the wrong way are still fucking there. They just moved from like
Right.
one neighborhood slightly down the street to a different neighborhood, but they're still there because the underlying problem of the expensiveness of housing, the lack of jobs, the lack of, you know, dealing with the drug crisis
Sure.
in an effective way
Mhm.
can persist.
And it's not just Kensington, because Steve
No.
and I have seen it on the Schuylkill River Trail. There used to be like this one area, and there was encampments in the woods, like
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
woods, right?
Absolutely.
Then
It,
they mowed them all down, and they
the
had signs up for
woods?
a while. Yeah, they did. They had signs up for a while that they were going to take this down. And what they did was they destroyed the wooded areas all along where they were in, right?
Uh-huh.
There was a time where everything was just ripped apart. And now guess where they are? Now they're just up. They made their own little like encampment on
Near the
like private.
Norristown Transit Center.
And they're like right near the trail. So like you have to go by people that are just have created this whole, like it's a whole
It's a
new
tent city.
but it's out in the
Yeah.
open now. So now it feels unsafe. Before, at least they were off in their own, they had their own community in the woods, but now they're exposed. So when you're exposed, I'm sure that half the people that were scared, they've already left. So whoever's going to be dominating this area is probably even tougher
Mhm.
or more, I don't know, like it's weird. Not
I,
how
I
they
mean,
It's in a-
I get where you're coming from as a woman, where it might be
made it worse.
be scary, to walk past
And it's
that.
scarier for them because they're out in the open, so they're targets.
And
Before they had their
that's
own little, like you could hear someone coming. You're in the woods,
that's where I would have focused myself personally.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
they're
exposed.
exposed. Anyone could sneak up on them. They hear people going by them all the time. Some asshole could fuck with them. Some of these people have kids and dogs and stuff. It's terrible. So
Yeah,
from my point of view, it's scary, and from their point of view, I'm afraid for them. At least, again, when you're in the woods, you hear shit. You can't sneak up on. It's a lot harder to sneak up on someone through underbrush.
It's a lot harder to find them.
And a lot harder to find them and to know. But now they can see and be like, oh, that guy's got a bike. That guy's got, because they have stuff. It's not like
yeah,
they don't have anything.
absolutely. They have stuff like they're normal human beings
Yeah, they probably have
who are
jobs.
in a terrible economic situation.
Yeah.
There's no moral failing on their part. The moral failing is on the part of the city of Philadelphia, the
Country,
community of Philadelphia, and this country.
our attitude towards them and allowing
Absolutely.
it's terrible. And or I guess our point is just like they make it worse. Like when you plow them down and you force them into worse situations, we all are get hurt by this. It's just stupid.
It is. It is. In the
Right?
meantime, we're fucking pushing, a billionaire's pet project,
Sure.
so that they can feel glampy and, be like the other billionaires who have destroyed their communities with their stadiums or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm a billionaire and I haven't destroyed one community yet. Oh,
Have you tried?
have you really tried? Sure you did. Remember those mom and pops?
Have you
You
tried
shut them
today?
down, didn't you? It's not the same. I want everybody miserable.
But yeah, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. Oh, let me see if if I have that up. I might have to go back here.
No, what are you doing? Stop. Why do you hate news?
Because I hate news.
Why do you hate the
Right.
media? You're hurting the media. This is illegal. This is illegal. It's free speech. I shouldn't have these consequences.
I had seen something the other day about the kid that was shot at Dilworth at the
Yeah, the Christmas market.
Mhm.
Christmas market. Like, kid was shot in the fucking face.
Wow.
Who shoots somebody in the fucking face in the middle of public?
Well, they were ice skating. In their defense, they were ice skating.
Who the kids that were
I think they were near the ice skating rinks, though.
the kids
I
that
don't think
were
that's
shot?
any defense. I was just saying. I just didn't know what to say. So they weren't in the Christmas market. I feel the need to distinguish.
Okay. Oh, okay. You were
Right.
distinguishing between
The-
still that's it's just as bad. Like you're like fucking
oh yeah, you're Tourist Central, definitely.
oh man, they have the do they have the Ferris wheel down there again?
Where on the river?
Yeah, no,
No, on
no, the kid rides on the inside. Yes. Yes, they
I think
do.
they do. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, yeah.
I get when do they take that down? Because I gotta get John down there.
On the 24th.
Ooh, that's
Mhm. But there might be
gotta-
one on Penn's Landing. I think they have that Ferris wheel's always there.
so I gotta get him down there today or
They
tomorrow.
also have ice skating there too.
I'm not doing ice skating.
Yeah, you have to
That
get him down there today or tomorrow.
that is not happening. Because what would happen would be me just falling over and
It's scary. Ice skating's hard.
It is. Yeah, her sister had a birthday a few years ago. And we went ice skating. That's what she wanted to do. And I was like, oh, I had ice skating lessons when I was a kid. So I'm like,
He was the worst.
how much could I have forgotten? And I forgot it all. I was grabbing the
Oh, he was like the
sideboard
worst. I
as I
thought I was
went.
bad, but he
Yeah.
was even worse than me. He was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
totally cautious.
yeah.
Yeah. I could go a little, but I don't like it. It's scary.
who's ready to see the ethics report from Matt Gates's?
Did they already show it?
Oh.
Did they? No, I don't think they have yet. I don't think they have yet.
I heard that it said it's nothing illegal, just unethical and gross.
I'm well.
Said anyway.
It's still disqualifying and unethical and gross.
Yes. And I hear Lara Trump stepped down on her bid to be in the Senate somehow. I don't know why she would have stepped down.
Why? I didn't realize she was trying to run for the
Oh yeah,
Senate.
she's going to replace Marco Rubio.
For what's Marco Rubio doing?
He's in cabinet now.
Oh,
I can't
they
believe
they
I'm
have a
not-
normal person, although albeit like micro.
Well, right. I guess compared to others, I guess he's on the spectrum. He's closer to normal.
He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's closer to normal.
He's MAGA light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's so she was gonna glide into his space, assuming she could get it, but I don't know what happened. There looked to be in the comments, if that's any indication, a lot of disbelief and people being like, "What the actual fuck?" So maybe that continued. I have a hard time believing shame would have caused her to step down. Or
No.
incompetence.
No way.
No, I don't know what it could
That's
be.
not. That's not.
Right? That
No.
can't be it.
No. They don't do shame.
They don't have shame. They don't do shame. They don't do irony.
No, that's true.
They definitely don't do irony or
Right.
sarcasm.
Sarcasm, hypocrisy. They don't get that right over their head.
None of that.
No. Well, yeah, Robert Kennedy's going to bring in these new food regulations. Wait, regulations bad. Regulations bad. You just said you wanted food regulations. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Oh, Robert Kennedy's going to fix the food. That's regulations. No, it's not. Round them up.
The guy that had his brain eaten by a worm because
Right? Yeah, we're going to put our
That
health
guy?
in. Yeah.
maybe he's not the best judge of what should be in the food.
Maybe.
I didn't know he was a heroin addict.
He had been.
I did not know that until he said it.
And a
Until
sex
fucking
addict.
said it.
And a sex addict.
Yeah.
And
I
admitted
also didn't
sex
know that
addict.
either, but
Admitted
doesn't surprise me at
Sex
all.
addict.
No, like those two seem to go along together. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think that does. Heroin
Heroin
and
is
sex?
no.
Well, I guess if you're both on
Well,
heroin, yeah.
Well,
When
anyone
would you
that's
have?
jacked is
when
a
would you-
sex addict. Anyone that
Right.
jacked at like 70 is a
Yeah.
sex addict, right?
Yeah.
Like Or you're either a fitness model or a sex addict,
Oh.
possibly both.
And you know that's hormones he's injecting.
So duh.
There's
Oh, absolutely.
No
He's
way.
no way he's ripped like that.
no way. No,
Oh,
no.
no. The body does not do that after.
I work out like crazy all the time.
I'm saying no.
And like I can't get down like ripped like that.
No. And you're not even half that age. So like seriously, like no.
Yeah, that's well, that was it was funny because I found out about the heroin thing when I saw a Facebook post go out about here's the guy that doesn't want anyone to inject vaccines in their body, but he's a heroin addict, probably also hormones. You know, come on
Yeah,
now.
sure.
I found out because he admitted to it and he said like the weirdest shit about it. He said that it helped him like focus in college.
Sure did. Yeah.
Study aid. You never hear that with heroin. That's a
Like literally. Like when has anybody ever on heroin ever fucking done like
Yeah.
a bit of studying?
It made me so focused and motivated. Really.
Now maybe some meth.
Yeah,
Like I could see like some meth.
maybe someone was telling him was heroin, but it was meth.
Like yeah, I could see like a meth person be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I read like 30 books today.
Sure, exactly. Right. Yes. I'm just
And
saying,
I took apart the TV
right?
and the
And it's back together.
microwave
It works better.
and I
It's
put it
not
back
on.
together
Yep.
So funny.
before I robbed a McDonald's with an alligator.
Florida man.
I had a friend a long time ago that was a meth addict, and he would tell me the funniest and most insane stories of things he did.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it was I felt bad for him, you know, that he was addicted to stuff and like he had all the trauma that he did. But the stories were fucking amazing.
Right. Why do you think intervention was on the air that long?
Right?
Unfortunately, it was just impossible to look away. It was like, really? Ooh. The girl with the
Oh yeah, the canned air. She was doing canned air.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
realize you could
It's-
get high on canned air. Well,
You
with
can't.
the,
I didn't either.
You
Yeah.
don't actually get high. What happens is you're inhaling something that your
Oh.
body thinks is oxygen, but it's not. So you're able to comfortably like suffocate yourself enough so that you get a buzz. So it's like you're doing choke outs because you're inhaling. Do you know what I mean? Like it's when the people go down and they're inhaling the gas in an industrial site and they think they're fine and they just passed out because they don't.
Yeah.
You exchange gases. It feels like you're getting oxygen, but you're actually getting methane or whatever. Well, that's what it does. That whatever that is makes her think. So she was. It was a
But
spectacular.
I've used like
Highly recommend.
canned oxygen, like
It's
you know,
not oxygen. The propyl. That's not oxygen.
really?
Yeah, the stuff they use to clean a keyboard.
Oh no, not
That's
that,
what we're
not
talking
that.
Yes, well, that's what we were discussing. Getting
No,
high
no,
on that. I was saying
no,
how it's not
I've
really
used,
high,
like,
it's more like
The stuff that they use for like, you know, sports people use.
oh, you mean like
Oxygen.
oxygen chambers, right? Like
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's like a canned like version of that like that you basically like you puff it in and it gives you a puff of like more pure oxygen.
it helps the healing process, right?
they're just
Well, it helps the
Tired.
healing process. It
out of
like
breath.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like with your and they give you oxygen
Mm-hmm.
and you get some oxygen.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Do not use while smoking.
Huh?
Do not use while smoking.
No.
Just
And that just made me want to
I
that
just
just made me want another cigarette.
there you go, right? That's how that works.
The anti-smoking stuff always just makes me want another one.
That's funny.
It was the comedian. He's like, this will result in low birth weight. And he's like, well, that ain't a problem for me. So he went on smoking.
Yeah, right. John always liked to read that on the alcohol. Oh wait, this one just says it's for when if I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant. Warning labels. Stupid warning labels. So yeah, so what step did we take in our Amsterdam journey this week? Steve did we took a tiny infinitesimal step
Oh,
forward.
yeah. They require, as part of the process, I was inquiring, they basically have you fill out a declaration that you haven't committed crime or
You
you
haven't
haven't been
crimed.
convicted of a crime. If you have, you have to absolutely disclose it. But then they also ask you to apply to the FBI for a rap sheet, a background check. So that's both part of the process. So I called Amsterdam. It was not Amsterdam, Netherlands. And it was really kind of touching. It was amazing. It was two different calls. The first one I called and I told the guy the situation. And I'm like, I'm considering, relocating, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the United States. He goes, well, thank you very much for choosing the Netherlands as a possible relocation destination. I'm like, well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. And he sounded somewhat flattered. And then the other one was a woman, and she's like, I told her, and she goes, are you calling from the United States? I said, yes, I am. She goes, how is it there? I didn't tell her. I was just talking weather.
God,
Carolyn,
Yeah.
Carolyn's like, yeah, everything's falling apart. I'm fine.
They
But
Steve just that I'm fine character.
yeah.
It's fine.
But she also was like, she seemed very like
They're impressed. They're
wonderful and
surprised.
impressed. And I was like, yeah, well, I like what you guys are doing too.
Yeah, right. We've seen your work, and we'd like to
I'm
support this.
quite impressed.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, well, since you guys are thinking, the Netherlands, be sure the next time they have a program
Yeah.
that you're there to like protect us,
Mm.
hide one of us.
Well, here's an interesting little side note on that. The club, as you well know, that was involved was, well, AJAX, I guess is Ajax. I don't know how you say it in
Ajax.
over there, Ajax.
I-
That was the club that the game that the guys were going to where all this crap broke out.
yeah.
And when we were over there visiting years ago, I got a
Reddit.
a little
I don't want to look at your ass.
No,
egg. Well, you're gonna share it anyway.
I got it.
He
I
likes
got it.
he likes to share. But we got a scarf that had the Ajax logo and team colors, and I'm like,
Can't wear that.
thank God I wasn't wearing that over there. Yeah, that's
Oh my Lord.
That was the home Amsterdam team.
interesting though. Yeah,
So-
interesting though. The actual stadium, I believe you have to walk through the oldest Jewish cemetery in the Netherlands to get to the stadium. And they actually positioned it as kind of like a tolerance kind of thing. Like that was set up in that way to go through there so people
To
could
teach.
remember and teach. Which I thought was pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like lately, people have been using those opportunities
Yeah.
that should be there to teach and educate to further harass and like do gross things like paint swastikas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in the German Christmas market? Like the kid died, like a bunch of people died, and
Yeah, like there was a
Very
car
dangerous.
ramming incident. A Saudi Arabian guy, like expat, who was like a doctor and whatnot, rammed his car through there. Supposedly, like I've heard conflicting stories. They're trying to paint him as like an anti-Muslim Arab person
Okay,
and
that's
like pro-Zionist. But like, why would you do that like to a Christmas? Like that's stupid.
Christians, yeah, it's the wrong everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It makes no sense
That is weird.
whatsoever. But apparently, like the guy had been like, he's not like an unknown person either.
Did he die in the attack?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you have information on it, Steve?
Yeah, I'm getting just a chatbot breakdown. Tragic incident, Christmas market, Magdeburg, Germany. Car drove into
When did it happen?
crowd of people, resulting, in the deaths of 5 individuals, injuring more than 200. Wow. Victims included 4 women, 9-year-old boy, suspect 50-year-old doctor from Saudi Arabia, arrested and is under investigation for murder, attempted murder, bodily harm. Investigating motive, may be related to the suspect's dissatisfaction with treatment of Saudi refugees in Germany.
That is something that I could believe
Mm-hmm.
because the guy, from what I understand, had like started an organization to help Saudi refugees
Hmm.
in Europe, like immigrate to Europe. And they had like a whole even like an ad that like had appeared on BBC
Hmm.
on the BBC.
I guess
Where
my question is it's important on to knowing when this happened because there
One
were
day ago,
okay,
it's
because
recorded.
there were Germans marching in the Christmas market, very anti-immigrant marches.
that
That-
was yesterday.
Was
That
that
was
was that
yesterday.
after the attack or before the attack?
Yes, after the attack.
Certainly, because I
Yeah.
thought it was more than yesterday. I thought I was seeing that maybe earlier. So maybe the attack came in.
I mean the one that I saw like happened yesterday.
Right. Well, I don't know. Did you see it that the date it was yesterday, or did it come across your news feed yesterday?
I I didn't read the date, but like it was during in my daily news feed. So
Right, but
I assume like
there's a time change, so that stuff can be a little
December
weird.
20th, evening of December 20th.
And that was when the marches were, or when
No,
that was the
that's when the
attack?
attack occurred.
Okay, can you put anti-immigrant marches, German market, and see if they were before or after? Ow.
December 21st.
so the next day.
Yeah, cool. That makes sense. Ow! Jesus.
See, that, and to me, that's,
Manipulation.
I'm wondering if there's, yeah, it seems to me the next domino they'd be looking at would obviously be Germany. That's the anchor of the European Union.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
would think their next goal is to try and create dissension there. And if they can knock Germany sideways, that could be a big blow to the Eurozone.
I agree. And here's the frustrating part. I mean, all of it's frustrating, obviously.
Mhm.
But the frustrating part is that these sort of things only serve to help far right parties. The part of the reason why Trump was elected was because of the surge in anti-Semitism in the U.S. and the anti-immigrant sentiment in the U.S. Uh, fuck, what's his name? Elon Musk is propping up the far right nationalist party in Germany,
Mhm.
based on this attack and like similar incidents, in Europe, where immigrants or specifically Muslim immigrants over there, which is a shitty frame to put it in, but it is what it is, do something horrific, you know, and it only serves to prop up far right, you know, shittery.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's yeah, yep.
So they don't have any kind of way of stemming the flow of that money. I mean, that seems again like kind of like our emoluments. Not that he's a elected a candidate, but still, like you would think that they'd be like, why are we letting this guy fund far right wing groups?
I have no idea. But I don't think there's any regulation, at least from a U.S. perspective, of people being able to fund other countries' whatevers, you know,
Yeah.
which you would think that it would be on the European countries to do something about that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And why the hell are we listening to a guy who's an apartheid South African about anything with race relations or fucking ethnicities?
Absolutely. Like, dude is a fucking like
Yeah.
racist, anti-Semitic loon.
Yep. Yep.
Because
You
America
know,
is a white supremacist nation, and that's no one's fighting. Everyone the Democrats wanted this. I don't know how this is possible. I really don't, but that's what's.
I don't believe the Democrats wanted this.
I
I
believe the ones
believe
in
that
office, dude.
I believe that a far left fringe of the Democrats wanted this.
I don't know what it is. It's just a mess. I don't know. I feel that no one in office is they are not being realistic. They were not being realistic going in. I think that we failed to prosecute. This is happened way before the failure to prosecute after J6, the people that were really responsible
Absolutely.
happened way before any attacks happened across the world. This is a long time coming. So that's what I'm referring to. I think we were sold out way long before that. I think we were sold out before this presidency. I mean, Biden's presidency. I think it was all just careening towards this. I really do. So
Absolutely.
how fast everybody caved like a fucking lawn chair. It's just disgusting.
It is.
It really is. But it's eye-opening, and I'm glad that it's not my before it's so easy for it to be my fault or our fault. We didn't try hard enough, we didn't campaign hard enough, we didn't knock enough doors, I didn't it's put enough of my shit in the paper and work on it and hell try not enough me. No, it's out of my hands. It's not me, it's them. It's them.
It was never it was never like that the Democrats didn't do enough of like the work like that they needed to do. It was always going to be a vote about change, because that is the thing that has been consistent, over the past like decade or so, like in almost every election across the world.
But it's not the feeling of needing change was put on people by the rich people going, oh, well, we'll keep telling them the world's ruined. We'll keep telling them
Absolutely.
everything that bad happens. We're going to keep highlighting it. We're going to make people panic and think that I just need something else. Like all of that. It's not like, oh, we just change was what was motivating us. No, we were being deliberately manipulated in however way possible to get where we are right now. And that's how I feel. It's not even, I think it's beyond even needing change. The fact that we thought we needed change and was
Well, but we do need change, but the change that we need is, less people, caving to rich people and like,
we had
profit.
yeah, we had the means to change already. Our system was set up to be able to change, but unfortunately, it was also set up with a lot of gentlemen's agreements not to rock certain boats and to follow norms. And the rich people were just like, and they had the reason to do it, and they just took those norms and crushed them. So the goalpost was totally moved on us. They kept moving the little gaslighting.
Well,
Last election, it's been just like, to me, so eye-opening that that's what they've done.
they're fighting an asymmetrical war symmetrically.
And they're lying. They're outright lying. It's not
Like
even
worse than that. They're
and
fighting an asymmetrical war, lining up like a night or an 1820s,
right?
battlefield where everybody's lined up and like, with their muskets and whatnot. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
We're surrounded. The trap has sprung, and the faster and the trap has sprung, and the faster we can realize this. And I don't know. I don't know what to do, honestly. I guess you got to watch what our captors are going to do. No one really knows how bad it's going to be or what they're going to. Yes, Russia didn't go total. You can't go absolute ape shit. They don't want total chaos because then they'll lose their money too, or they'll lose their stability. So I get that.
They don't have any stability in Russia. The only stability is that
The oligarchs have their money. The oligarchs have
okay, there you go.
and if they lose money on oil, they'll make money on bread or whatever. Like they got that set up. That's what I mean. They've gamed the system. They're fine. So I don't know what's going to happen with us. I don't know. But as long as the system, to some degree that they've gamed, remains somehow consistent to the rules they're accustomed to.
The problem is all the people that would have pitchforks and go in there and like, burn eat the
Too
rich.
late.
Like you screwed all of those people.
Too late.
You screwed all those people, and you've separated them.
Yeah, it's too late.
We're all afraid of each other.
It's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
Like for legitimate reasons.
I don't know.
Rather than like, have dealt with, our problems and like actually listen to one another and come to understanding each other.
Yeah. We've become, oh, let's obsess about the word choice as opposed to understanding where people are coming from. Let's obsess about, I don't know.
But the irony is this is that all of this stuff is like Soviet era like tactics. Like
So
this is
yeah,
straight out of like
right.
the Marxist, and I hate to, use the term because like it's been so diluted anymore by like the far right. But these sort of things are like straight out the Marxist playbook.
Well, straight up, any manipulating the psychology. Yeah, it's total manipulation. Absolutely. Absolutely. But- Right. We know it's like someone going, I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you. And us going like, okay, you better not slap me. Oh, you'll never slap me. And then we get slapped. And like that's like we see the propaganda, we know it, we've studied it, we've all done reports in ninth grade on some kind of, the Soviet, whatever. At least growing up in Cold War US, I'm sure we've had,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so like we're all programmed to understand with Pravda. I'm sure I did a report on Pravda at some point. Like we get it, but then here it is.
We've
Boom,
all read, 1984
right?
and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Animal
Brave
Farm.
New World. We all talked about it. Animal Farm. Oh yeah, we all know, but we don't know. Idiots, right-wing idiots use quotes from 1984,
Absolutely.
thinking unironically, not
I
understanding
I
like
know, and that is the worst part is that they don't even see the irony of it.
no, no. But then you get people saying with I love people having I was looking for pictures on Instagram for some reason like fall pictures whatever and there's all these ones that have these pictures of New England landscapes with these fences and then you have a quote that says good fences make good neighbors. Robert Frost. And I'm like that's what that poem's about. Like but it's also like beautiful. Oh, we love our good fences and good neighbors. No, 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 no. I think you got that wrong. Silly. What are you
Ooh,
doing, Steve?
on the on the the nice dad side, the joyful dad side,
Okay.
I get to actually have help
What?
wrapping presents this year.
What? Oh, opening
I
presents.
get to actually have help wrapping presents this
Oh,
year.
that's fun. Who's
I
helping?
don't have to do it all by myself.
Who's helping you?
Jenny.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's got Christmas Eve or off until Christmas. That's the only crappy part is she has to work on Christmas.
It's
That
how
sucks.
early on Christmas when you have to go in?
Well, I don't know. It'll be basically whenever she wants, but we're gonna have to like figure out a way to like manage this, maybe getting up earlier than I want to.
She probably
You
gets
know,
double pay on Christmas though, doesn't she?
no,
No holiday pay?
no,
Oh, that's
which
sad.
I didn't know was even legal.
I didn't either. I love that. I love that when I worked for Kmart.
I didn't even know that was fucking legal. I thought you had to pay,
Probably about the last time we worked those kinds of jobs, I bet
right?
it was, but now it's not. We've lost that. So
That's so fucking gross.
it really is. Oh well. Should at least be time and a half.
No,
Double time.
no.
That sucks.
It's just regular time as far as I know.
Boo. Oh well.
Yeah, that's
That
bullshit.
sucks. Yeah, it is. Ah.
But we have to manage it like really like finally because she's got to be home for Hanukkah.
Oh right, because it's a special. That there's two. It's a two for night.
Yeah, it is so complicated right
Must
now.
be. I'm
It's
sure.
terrible. It's terrible and wonderful at the same time.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. I hear.
So I hear.
So I hear.
Said no dad ever.
Oh wait, before we go, I have one thing I want to look at. I think you will appreciate it. Hold on.
I have the worst project going on. I'm working with audio like AI like
Mhm.
audio assistants, and like it is so it's super easy, like in the sense that like I'm not doing any, you know, stuff where I have to like look up massive amounts of information and like
Mhm.
super fact check but it's also very hard because I have to pay like super attention to like what's being said, and like even the slightest like audio deviations or unhuman like, you know, like inflections
Mhm.
in the robot's voice. It's like super pain in the ass.
So what are you doing? You're doing the judging of the prompts.
Well, the not the prompts, the well, both. Yes, the prompts, but also the AI responses.
I
And,
see. I see. I
and,
haven't got
and
to that yet. I'm recording. Are you recording them too?
no, I am not recording them.
Is there a reason why you didn't want to record them?
Have you heard my voice?
I don't know. I'm just curious. Oh, hold on. I don't think I have it.
So I'll get to hear your voice at some point.
You may, yeah. It's kind of stupid though. I don't quite understand what they're doing, but whatever.
So we're working on the same dumb
I
project.
think so. Hold on. I can't find it. Oh, well.
I don't even remember what it's called anymore. Something riff.
Yeah, vocal riff.
Vocal riff. Yep. We are working on the same damn dumb
Yeah.
project.
Oh man, I can't find it. It's so annoying. Oh, there we go. All right, ready? Make a non-Christmassy film Christmassy, right? The first one is The Human Centipede. Blazing Swaddles.
It's not. I'm not seeing
Oh, you're
it.
not seeing it. I'm just gonna read them off. If you want, I
Oh,
can
okay.
show you.
Oh,
Nightmare on Elf Street.
oh, that'd be great.
Violence of the Yams. Citizen Candy Cane. Die Hard Candy. Debbie Does Donner.
That's great.
Let's
Say
see.
that? Are we allowed to say
I
that?
don't know, but I thought that it was great. 50 Shades of Slay. A Few Good Snowmen. Uh, let's see. Lord of the Five Golden Rings. The Wizard of Claus. Wreath of Khan. Myrrh on the Orient Express. Malcolm Xmas. Dirty Prancing. Bill and Ted's Excellent Advent. And then no, that was very Inherit the Winter. It's a Wonderful Life of Brian.
Oh, that would be great.
Right? The Lone Manger
The Lone Manger.
and Grapes of Wreath. Claus Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay, there we go.
You know what I've discovered this year though? Metal Christmas songs.
Are they fun?
They are. I am less depressed because of metal
Well, I
Christmas.
do like the Kink song is my favorite. That and The Waitresses are two of my favorite Christmas songs. So that makes sense. Father Christmas. We were singing that earlier.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That's
For all of you Christians out there who don't know, basically every Christmas song that was ever written was probably written by a Jew.
okay.
You can thank us
Okay.
for your torture.
Really?
Yes. Like literally just about like all the ones you can think of. Think of one off the top of your head.
Frosty the Snowman.
Written by a Jew.
Good, because that's a dumb story, right? Isn't that horrible that he's like alive and then he knows he's gonna die? That's a terrible story. That's my least favorite.
Uh the
Uh, how
the
about
the
Ave
one about
Maria? Is that a Christmas Carol? No, it's not.
the one about Santa
I
kissing
call Daddy christening, mommy kiss. I thought Daddy christening
Mommy.
Santa Claus. That's a totally different,
That is totally different.
very different. We're not judging. It's totally
I'm
okay.
cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Totally cool with Daddy
Not
kissing.
me, but personally, but
Might be a little shocking if you're not used to seeing that, but yeah,
written by a Jew.
Noel, all
Jingle
that.
Bells, written by a Jew. Noel, written by a Jew.
Yeah. How do you what is there all these Jewish people writing Christmas carols?
I don't know.
Do you also write like, are there any other holidays with songs? I don't think there are there?
I don't think there are. I think you see, what you have to understand is like when we came here, like we weren't allowed in like and a lot of professions. It's very similar to what we came from in Europe, where we just weren't allowed in a lot of professions. And like one of the few professions that we had was Hollywood and the music industry. So we did what we do. We excel. And we wrote all of the things that torture modern day people now.
What a beautiful thought that is. How it warms my Santa heart.
I've determined that like most things that people actually enjoy in life
Or
had a
Jewish
Jew somewhere involved in it.
Yeah, Jews who wrote Christmas songs. Unpacked. That was probably where you got it, right? Because
No, I didn't get it from Unpacked. Though
White Christmas, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Let it
it
snow,
does not
chestnuts roasted,
surprise me that they
Santa
did
baby,
that.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, that's fun. Irving Berlin wrote God Bless America. But he also wrote White Christmas. He was born in Russia. That's nice. But I don't know who if Frosty was written. I don't know who Frosty wrote. Silver and Gold, Sleigh Ride, Silver Bells, Run Rudolph Run. That's fun. I always thought
I've
that
never even heard that one.
Run, run, Rudolph, daddy, da 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 da
Yeah,
da
Chuck Berry.
da.
Okay,
Run,
now I
run.
know.
Yeah, Chuck
Yep.
Berry. Yep, and then Michael Bublé, A Holly Jolly Christmas. I didn't like that song either. Bing Crosby shit. Good for you.
Good
Walking
for
around in
Jew.
women's underwear.
Good for Jew.
Yeah.
So will there be many latkes and stuff? Are you looking forward to
Yes,
it?
I
Are
am
you
looking
making
forward
them?
to it. I gotta clean my skillet my cast iron skillet though.
Yeah, that's a job. I
It
know,
is.
like, and that's not easy to make them. They got it. Everybody has their tricks.
Because I'm doing this with all my non-Jew friends. Applesauce or
Sour cream, both.
sour cream.
Both.
Both? You're both?
I love a little both.
I'm a little bit both myself.
Oh.
Delicious. Both is better. But I can go. It depends on all that stuff. And I love the. It's not really a typical. I don't. This isn't part of like everybody's Hanukkah experience. But I'm always happy when I go to a Jewish house that has one of a nice gooey kugel, a nice sweet one with the.
Mm.
I love that the pasta, the ones that are noodle dessert, whatever it is. So delicious. So delicious. It's like rice pudding but better.
Yes, that's going to be the fun part for me is making the latkes with John.
Yeah, that's hard work. Like squeezing them out. I made them one year just to see if I could make them, and I was just like, holy shit, these were hard to make, and they were greasy and useless, and I hate me. So I'm always gonna buy them or eat somebody else's because it was just so hard. That squeezing part. Then they turn gray. Stop it! Stop turning
I don't squeeze mine out. Like I don't do it that way. I
gray.
scoop it out because I make mine kind of chunky, meaty.
Throw a lot of
With
flour in there.
with
Coat it.
with a lot of onion and shave. I shave. Well, not the onion. I don't shave the onion because that'd be a nightmare. But like the potatoes. I shave them.
Yeah. You call it shaving?
Yeah. Well, that's
Great.
what I call it. Like
Great.
that's what I call it.
That's funny.
I call it. That's what I call the shaving the cheese too.
You shave the
The
cheese, you
shaving
don't
of the
grate it.
cheese.
I think of shaving the cheese like
The excess skin
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. Like, what are you doing to the
excess
cheese?
cheese
I'm
skin
shaving.
from.
It's gonna be so, and they put a little hot towel on it. What are you doing to the cheese? I said shave it.
I always add a little bit of like hot sauce to mine though because
Really?
I like spice.
Really? Now
I
that is
do.
unorthodox, my friend. No
It
pun
is.
intended. That sounds
yeah,
yummy though. I bet they're delicious.
I always add a little bit of hot sauce. I added a little bit of garlic to it.
Oh, cool.
You know, sometimes it's powder garlic. Though I prefer, the real thing. You know,
Nice. Nice. Or you can do the jarred, which is kind of like between the two worlds.
yeah,
Just the
all the wonderful Jew foods.
all the yummy Jew foods. I'm not making anything myself, so I'm.
But that's okay because we still have fucking gefilte fish,
Oh yeah, that's a
and
problem. That is problematic.
that is as problematic as oh, what's that thing that Pennsylvanians do? That's like pig brains or
Oh,
something.
scrapple.
Scrapple. That is as problematic and disgusting as scrapple.
I don't know, man. I guess I think I'm yeah.
I've never even had
Scrapple
scrapple,
can
but
just be a puck though. You don't notice it. The gefilte fish. I've actually been in more than one environment where there have been, and they're always senior citizens digging into it like it's the best thing.
oh,
Right? They just like love it. And then inevitably one of them will look at me and be like, "Hi, have you liked it?" And they've got it in their teeth
Yeah.
oh,
because it's like
oh.
flaky and gray, and it gets caught in your teeth because it's in an aspic. It's pretty nasty. So at least the one
It is.
thing that Scrapple's got going for it is if you didn't know what it was, you just think it was a puck of cornmeal. I'm just saying. There's the
But
gefilte fish has a different level because aspic is a totally different. Aspic is
it,
just a word. Aspic. Aspic. The word
gefilte fish
aspic.
has the smell. It like is the
I
most
know. It's like cat food.
gut
Cat
gut
food.
wrenching smell
Terrible. Terrible.
ever.
I know. What are you thinking? Why? You got awesome. You got some of the best food on the fucking planet. Let go of the gefilte fish. Give it to the
Please.
Germans. Let the Dutch people have it. They eat the fish
Oh,
let them do that. Give them that. But you don't want
oh.
aspic. No one wants Christmas aspic. No one
But
wants
we love torturing ourselves. Like, I mean, we have
to.
fucking radish,
I
like
like radish though. I don't mind
I hate
horseradish. I didn't
radish.
mind any of that stuff. I love the parasite. I love that shit.
I don't I love spicy things, but I hate horseradish.
Really? Do you hate
Like,
wasabi as well? They're
no,
similar to
no, I
the
don't.
horseradish, but that's okay.
No, I don't. But I'm also smart enough to only dab it,
Yeah, right.
not like. But
Horse,
that was from
horseradish on a
experience.
steak, little crispy.
That was
Oh, man.
that education came with hard won experience.
But horseradish is delicious on roast beef, though.
It is. It is. But it's got to be paired with something.
It went on cracker. It's just kind of how they try to get you to eat it in a lot of other. Here, oh, it's bitter. Oh, I don't want bitter. Why? That's shitty enough. Don't
I
make me eat the horseradish cracker. That's not fair.
I was talking to a buddy of mine who's like only Sephardic, and like their most favorite thing is like the abundance of beans and rice on the holidays.
The abundance of beans and rice. Mm.
I like beans and
I
rice.
like beans and rice.
I do.
I'm a
Big
big
fan.
fan. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. They're all across this. The Jewish food that I'm familiar with is just one little variation of Jewish food, right? There's Jewish food all over the planet.
Oh yeah.
They're all
Oh
kind
yeah.
oh, Latin American food.
There
Oh, I bet that's delicious.
there's Asian
Yeah,
fusion like Jewish food,
yeah.
from like our Asian diaspora.
It's really
There's
important to think
Asian
about, Corey.
Indian food or Jewish Indian food. Like,
I'm going to, when we get off of this, I'm going to research Hanukkah foods throughout the world. I am.
ooh, that's a
I'll look
fun.
and see
That's
great
what's
one,
in
yeah.
store. Maybe the next time we talk, I'll be eating like something I found or made that inspired me, and you'll be like, "That's gross, Carolyn. Don't do that."
I love most Jewish food.
Okay,
Like, I
good.
love
All right.
Mizrahi food. I love Sephardic food. I love like
I'm
all of
gonna go. I'm gonna dig around and find like the weirdest thing. Like, there's got to be Jewish Eskimos or whatever. Inuit, right? There's got to be somebody out there that married somebody.
Blubber
And
dishes.
married something Newfoundland, right? There's got to be Jews on Newfoundland, right? What did
gotta
Jews in
be.
Newfoundland?
Wait, but I say that, and then I think about like how small of a population we are.
There might be just one. He just might be going
It's
along.
probably just like one guy.
The Jew.
One
That's our
guy.
Jew. There he is.
That's our Jew over there.
What do you have in this Hanukkah, Phil? Oh, I'm gonna have,
Just like, hi.
Hi.
There he is, everybody.
There he is.
Everywhere we go, we're the token Jew.
Oh God.
That's so funny. Well, on that note, that's awesome. All right. Well, this was fun, and I am gonna look up those Hanukkah foods around the world. I think that'd be fun for me.
Yep.
So thank you. This has been a very enlightening and humorous and holiday spirited conversation. Amy.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Yes, indeed.
And we will meet again before the
You
new
up your holiday today.
and we meet again before the new year, right? Our last episode of 2024 will be next Sunday.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, I think
29.
so.
29.
All right, so let's get ready for our exciting year end.
You guys can do something for my birthday this year,
When's your birthday again?
24th.
Oh yeah, we're doing it now.
We're doing it now. We dressed up and everything.
We dressed up. It's for you. Yeah.
No, not the 24th of December. You
Oh, good. Never mind.
24th of January.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do a special Corey Spectacular.
My dad's birthday was yesterday, and I think Danny's mom is either the day after Christmas or the day before Christmas.
Yeah, my brother's was the other day. There's a lot of people born around this time. There's a lot of people born all the time.
There is
There
Turns
really
out,
is.
yeah.
Turns out pretty much any time of the year, someone's been
a lot
born.
of people born.
Yeah. No one has the market cornered on birthdays of any.
I think I always feel like this is the time when people are conceived.
That's true. Most people are
Yeah.
born in the summer. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because
What else are you gonna do?
right.
Cold out.
I don't want to go out. It's 11 degrees tonight. Like
Woo.
it's 20. I think like 24 outside right now. I have no desire. I don't even want to look outside.
That's fucking cold. That's cold.
Best way to appreciate it through a window.
With a cup of hot chocolate and brandy.
Brandy, yeah, scotch.
Scotch, brandy, something.
All right, guys.
All
Have
right.
fun.
Fun. Have a good day.
You too.